We're not actually on our front porch this week. We're at my brother-in-law's. Deer Camp Pastalaya is on the menu.
All right, we'll get started. I think they're done, hon.
Well, hello.
Hello, welcome back to another weekend getaway.
Oh, yeah, it's not much of a getaway. We're out here at my brother-in-law's house. We hunt by here. And
yeah, this is actually opening day
of rifle.
Yeah, firearm deer season in Missouri.
And
middle of November.
I went out this morning and I saw a couple, but we have a point restriction here.
Yeah.
In Howard County, so I couldn't shoot none. Me and a friend of ours. So Wade's gonna stay here at camp.
Because we found this recipe that
actually one of the viewers.
Yeah, one of our subscribers sent it.
Patty's her first name.
Patty sent it.
Asked us for a beef stew recipe, remember?
And we shot that.
Yeah, we shot that. It's been a long time
2 years ago.
Yeah,
it was 2 years ago. Yeah, we'll link that.
And we made it, and this is fabulous. But it makes a whole big amount.
We cut it down a little bit.
Well, we're cutting it down a little bit this time, but the first time it made a lot. So we're fixing
quite a bit of ingredients.
Deer Camp Pastalaya. I hope I said that right, Patty.
Yeah.
So stick around. Wade's gonna start the fire, and I'm gonna head out and hunt, and he'll be doing the cooking.
I'll be doing the cooking for supper tonight. So, all right, we'll see you here in a bit. Okay, got fire lit over this nice fire pit because it's a little bit breezy today. And I got our big tripod hanging over the fire pit so we can have a nice amount of heat. And we're going to cook this pastalaya tonight in a deep 14-inch Dutch oven. Just hang it up and just let her cook. It's about middle of the afternoon. Angel's already out at the deer stand. Hopefully she can find a nice piece of venison to harvest so we can have some nice venison during the next year for supper time. So I've got, as soon as I got the fire going now, I'm going to go ahead and get the meat and the vegetables chopped up so that this fire kind of burned down a little bit, and then we'll get to cooking. Okay, I've got all the meat and the vegetables cut up that are going to be going into the Dutch oven first. The last ingredient I need to chop up is this andouille sausage. It's pre-cooked, so it doesn't have to cook as long, so it'll be the last of the main ingredients to go in before we let it cook for an hour or two, and then before we add the last bit, which will be the pasta. So I'll go ahead and start getting this, get it diced up. By that time, hopefully our fire will be ready to cook on, and we'll have some good smelling supper going here before long. When Angel comes in from hunting, she'll be ready for a nice hot meal. Alright, first thing we got to do is add some oil. Let that heat a couple minutes. A couple tablespoons, that ought to be enough. And then we're going to start, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start cooking our raw meat, which is our chicken and our cubed up pork loin. Alright, first up is to add our meat. I think oil is hot. You have to add some Cajun seasoning. It says to add about 3 tablespoons. That's what we're going to add. We'll also add some ground black pepper. Hefty amount. And then a little bit of salt. We're using seasoned salt. Now the Cajun seasoning has salt in it, so we're not going to over salt it. You can always add salt later. Now we're going to give it a stir. Now we're not completely trying to cook our meat. Now we're just going to use it to kind of brown it. So I'll give it a little stir. Now we're just going to let it stay pretty hot. Let it sear on all sides. This is going to take a couple of minutes. So then we'll add our next step. Alright. Looks like our meat is nice and seared. Next step, add our veggies. Okay, you saw earlier I cut up, we had celery, green pepper, and onion. And we're going to stir this in. Now, if you think it's getting a little dry, we might have to add just a little bit more oil. Okay, let this cook a few more minutes before we add the next ingredient. Alright, our vegetables have been cooking a few minutes, so the last big ingredient for a little bit is andouille sausage. We're also going to add a couple of good tablespoons of minced garlic. Alright, a couple more ingredients to add liquid-wise. That is Worcestershire, quarter of a cup, but I got a tablespoon, so that would be 4 tablespoons roughly. Use that when to dirty up something else. Four. One more ingredient. This seems a little bit different, but it sure seems to taste good because we did try this recipe once already. And that would be A1 steak sauce. That's about a tablespoon of that. Okay, stir that in and get all that goodie off that measuring spoon. Okay, we'll give this a stir and then we'll go from there. Well, it's starting to smell good now. We have been cooking for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's time to give it one last stir. We're going to add, it says about 6 to 8 cups of water now. Goes in, because this has to simmer a good while, and then we're going to put pasta in here, and the pasta will actually cook in this water. I think we'll start there. We can always add more. As soon as it comes up to heat, we're also going to add some chicken seasoning to it. The lid on, that'll come up to temp, let her simmer. Okay, I just peeked around the edge and there's steam coming out, so I raised it up a couple of cranks so we're not cooking too hard. I'm going to take it off and we're going to add one more thing and then let it cook for a while before we add the last ingredient, which will be our pasta. Let's lay it off. Oh, looky there. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to add some. This is better than bouillon chicken base. We like it really well. And if you had some chicken stock instead of all that water, you could use that too, whatever you like. Nice, good tablespoon of that in there. And we'll stir that in a little bit. Alright, it's nice and hot. We'll get done. Okay. There we go. And now all I gotta do, we're gonna put the lid back on, keep our temp up at a good simmer or maybe a small boil for a good hour or so, and then we'll put the pasta and let it finish, and supper will be ready. Okay, as you can tell, it's gotten dark, and Angel is staying behind the camera. She just got back from hunting. You didn't have any luck, did you, Angel?
Oh no, I could have shot a little spike, but no,
so
not legal.
I pulled some out and took into town to Angel's mom and her aunt that her aunt can't have gluten, so they're gonna put some rice in some. So only one last thing to do, and that is add the pasta. I don't want to add it too far ahead of time. I didn't know how, if they shot a deer she did, and we'd be field dressing and getting all that before we were able to eat, so I didn't want to have the pasta completely turn to mush. So, last ingredient, we add, we're adding whatever kind of, we can add whatever kind of pasta you want. This is actually bow tie pasta. Got that added. I'm gonna mix it in. Now, after it's been cooking a while, it looks like it's a little bit, unfortunately, I think it's gonna be a little bit not enough liquid. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water to it. Then I'll drop it down in the fire and get it going pretty good so that pasta gets done. So about 20 minutes, we'll have some supper. Okay, put the lid back on. As I added that cold water, I'm going to have to lower that heat back down a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting cold out here.
Get her down in there. There'll be some good heat down in there. Okay, 20 minutes or so, we'll have supper ready.
Well, you got a picture of it, right?
Got a picture
We're
of it?
showing it to you right now. Thank you again, Patty, for this recipe. Now, Wade and I cheated. We had this once the other time.
We made it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was
do
so
a test
good.
run.
Now we're doing it again, and it's even better this time. Because I already snitched some.
I already tried it. It is good.
Yes, it is.
Definitely
Oh,
a
man.
tasty Cajun dish. So. I love it.
Warm us up. One more bite.
A little bit spicy with that Cajun seasoning in there. Definitely a keeper. Thank you.
I know we didn't get anything.
No luck.
Nope, no luck. We saw some, so I mean, that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. That's a like. Share us on Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to hit that notifications.
Yep, and subscribe.
And subscribe if you
Yeah.
haven't already. And we appreciate you watching.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.